And... no way. Well, you should know about the X-Shot Pro Series Longshot by now, because I just did a video on it. You can click on the thing in the top right corner. You should watch that, because that's how this thing is out of the box. But that is a suspiciously light prime, and that is a very annoying ratchet mechanism that will get disabled pretty much immediately. And that is the scope of our video. We're going to mod this thing. We're going to crack it open, see what she's like inside, dig around in her guts a little bit, and then shove a new spring and barrel inside of it and make it hit much harder, hopefully. Now, my lead on doing this is Fallon from the Fuzzy Walrus Industries Discord server, because they got one of these things and immediately opened it up. I have to do a video and everything before that. Plus, I've done a lot of videos recently, and I'm doing my best to make sure the content is exciting and happy, and it might be killing me. But hopefully this should be quick and easy. One, we're gonna disable that ratchet mechanism, because we don't need that. And the two things I've been told I'm gonna need for this mod are a Silver Fox 25 Talon Claw spring and a sufficiently long Kiriaka barrel. They recommend 400mm, I've got whatever length this is, so we'll figure it out. Conveniently, both of these things can be picked up from silverfoxindustries.shop. I'll have a link down below in the description. They don't know I'm doing this, but give them some love and tell them Walcom sent you their way. All right, let's crack this baby open. I don't think you're supposed to crack babies open, but here we are. So first obvious major discovery I should have probably talked about in the initial video, but underneath the foregrip is of course a Picatinny rail that will allow you to put whatever pump grip you want on it. That is a good thing for customization. Also, the grip has a little roller right there, which is really cute. Last screw. And we are... get off of there. Yeah, this is very, very thin plastic, which is kind of what Zuru does, but that does make it lightweight, and as long as it doesn't break, we're good. And here's the inside of the Longshot itself, which is funny to say that, because obviously Nerf makes the Longshot, but we got a kind of reverse plunger almost, and then we've got the main spring up here. That's the power spring. This is just a spring that helps the blaster not destroy itself. It's a buffer spring. Of course, had a little bit of spring tension on it. Of course, back here is your breech, so the dart's gonna push in through there. It's gonna seal inside there, and then all the air pressure is gonna go from the plunger rod moving forward here into its own barrel, which is, look, yeah, it's weird, but it works. Let's take out this whole system, yeah. So, this has to go, because that's the thing that is the ratcheting mechanism that is awful. And thankfully I do have two of these blasters, so if this breaks it in some inoperable way, which it shouldn't, I'll just cut this part out. Looks like only one screw is holding on this entire assembly right here. And all the screws look to be a very similar size. That's not a bad spring whatsoever, but yep, we're gonna get a little bit more power, well, a lot more power, but we're gonna get a little bit more pre-compression out of our Silver Fox 25 Talon Claw spring. All right, that's much more stout. Fit on the blaster like that, and will fit on essentially perfectly. Yeah, no issues there, perfect. That is a pretty massive plunger tube, and it is making a very good seal from what I can see, and barrel just slides right out. Barrel isn't even really chamfered all that much in there. It's chamfered on both sides about the same way, and there's oil all over it. My lovely Kelly, bringing me a delicious salad. Yeah, I'm filming right now. You're the best around. Nobody's ever gonna keep you down. You're the best around. Love you. All right, so the immortal words of Strong Bad. Deleted. Oh man, I just leveled up my foam smithing skill. Yeah, we can take that out. This scar barrel's awful. I don't think we're gonna use that. So the original barrel here, and bust out the old measuring stick, is a little over 34 centimeters. Here is our 40 centimeter barrel. Let's see what we can do here. We can put that boy right back where they belong. We'll put this boy on it, and look at that, it fits flawlessly. No, wow, that's a Kiriaka barrel. It's almost like X-Shot planned this. just like that, we've already got a whole new everything on there. The trigger and the short dart mag release share the same spring. Man, there's a lot of engineering in this. This is our de-priming button right there. And once again, this is where I make my executive decision. We need the barrel to slide through the front piece because this is practically worthless. The darts barely touched the actual thing, and I'd rather use whatever scar muzzle I want on it to dial in my accuracy. So we're gonna just Dremel this out, sand it out a little bit so we can actually just friction pass the barrel through the front of it. It should, yeah, the back is gripping it tight enough. If we just make that just big enough that the barrel is still a real hard fit through there, we'll be fine. All right, which one of you took my Dremel? Seriously, I know you think you're like the biggest of bad boys, but don't F with Dremels, man. They will blind you before you even know it. Oh yeah, you know you want to see me wear nothing but these. Yeah, it's a little bit looser than I wanted, but that should be okay. Because now, just push that through like that, and just enough barrel for whatever we want. Plus, we could just swap it out for a longer barrel if we need a longer barrel. All right, and from where I'm sitting, I think that's literally everything. We added more barrel. I mean, this should be a pretty substantial power boost. There could be more tuning with a seal and so forth, but let's just see what she's doing right now. I don't know, that was pretty painless. That bothers me. Hopefully a stock priming grip can handle that. It caught. It chambered. It punched a hole through the sound deadening material. Let's see what she does! So we've upgraded our X-Shot Longshot here, and we're gonna test it over the Chronograph. It's a device that measures velocity in feet per second. This thing out of the box hit about 140. Let's see what it can do now, and I am gonna be using this beautiful 50-round short dart drum from NERF EZE here. I'll have a link down in the description, but I'm still working on the video because I'm having some feeding issues with all three of mine, which means I probably did something wrong. But come on, it matches the color scheme perfectly. I have to. And no way. 236, 267, 238, 223, 240. I don't even, is my thing broken? 276, 221. Getting some, I might not have an optimal barrel length here because I'm getting some wild results. 270 again. Want a couple more shots. We're gonna change magazines. 246, 223, 252, 246, 257. It's incredible. This is the cheapest 250 FPS blaster you could ever get. And this, I guarantee you, is not even remotely optimal. An $8 spring, a $13 barrel, and about 15 minutes of your time. And it's not even that bad of a prime. 253. It doesn't even, it's amazing. It destroys everything. Time to pit the new modded X-Shot Pro Series Longshot against our simulated target range. I've got a target down there in 10 shots. Closer to the center, higher the score. Typically, good blasters get around 75, but exceptional blasters get above 85. Obviously, this is my own skill here, but I've done it a few times now. Since we changed out the barrel, I can put a new scar muzzle on the end of it, and I went for the tried and true worker plastic cheap scar because it works. I haven't had any issues with it, so let's see what this thing can do. I'm real excited.
Ready.
But of course, shoot the targets for good luck. Ding! 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 $199. That's an accurate blaster, but we could probably do better. And again, these are worn darts, and they're Adventure Force Pro darts at that, which aren't even the best type of darts. Typically, you want to use like Worker Gen 3s or Worker Bamboo darts, but I ain't got any of those. So, time to go again. Ding! $85.
Ready.
Ding! $92. It's so good. Well, I think the results speak for themselves. The Zuru X-Shot Longshot is practically unstoppable. Seriously, you will be hard-pressed to find any $30 blaster with an $8 spring and $13 barrel upgrade that will consistently hit 250 FPS while also being super accurate with the most basic of scar muzzles on the end of it. This is insane. This practically dumps on every single other primary blaster out there. There's still gonna be people that don't like the look, don't like the way it feels, don't like bullpup configurations, and that's fine. But for practically everybody, especially if you're on a budget and just want the most insane competitive blaster with very little work whatsoever, well, here you go. This thing is insane. It is absolutely nuts, and no matter how much I say you absolutely should buy and mod one, somebody will still tell me I'm wrong down in the comment section below. The only thing I didn't do here that I wanted to fix was eliminate the ratcheting mechanism. I thought clipping that one tooth would work, and that didn't. It did stop it from ratcheting on the prime back, but it didn't prevent the prime forward from ratcheting, and that's easy as just clipping out more of those teeth on that. So you should probably do that if you want a much smoother, much quieter prime. I seriously cannot wait for more X-Shot long shots with hopefully no internal changes, if not anything just for the better, but different skins on them, because this one looks fantastic, and every blaster they make has multiple different skins for it. And because this thing will be available in a lot more places than any kind of dart zone blaster or even worker, it's absolutely incredible. I seriously cannot recommend it enough. This thing is just your new god. Zuru, you slept for so long not producing anything new and annoying pretty much every single one of your fans, only to drop stuff like this. You win. Links to everything down below. Have fun and don't even worry. This isn't even optimal. This is just Fowlin's initial legwork we're working off of here. It can be tuned so much more, I'm sure, because that prime, still not very strong. This barrel length, probably not optimal. This scar, definitely not optimal. I am excited to see what people do with this blaster, because 300 FPS and above is probably not even that hard. But of course, special thanks to Fowlin for doing the initial work. I'll have a link to their channel down below as well, because they did all this in a stream pretty much the night everybody started finding this blaster popping up at their local targets.